Hey there, welcome in, guys. This is Drawing with Mr. S. I'm back at it with another art fight stream. If you need to know anything about art fights, essentially just a bunch of artists put on two different teams where they battle, right? Where they kind of create some attacks for OCs, original characters, for each other. And so if you were with me this week, then you know that I've made a couple of revenge attacks, which are just essentially just me creating art for the artist that created art of my original characters. And so we finished up Vector Stone early on. This was from Great Elder. He's been in our stream a couple times. Hey Harriet, how are you? How's it going? Welcome in. Just kind of going over some of the attacks that we did this week, and then trying to wrap up some of my revenge attacks for this week as well. So this was one of them from Great Elder. We've also, hey Caden, hey, we just talked about you. Yep, Vector, let's go. And then last time I streamed, we were on Gib Doodle's Josh character, and I finally finished this one. So I'm going to show you guys what the finished product looks like. I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit here. Because he was an emotional guy, kind of paying for like college and stuff like that. So I wanted to lean in on the being miserable at his job, working at Faye's fast food restaurant, things like that. So he's essentially thanking the person for shopping at Faye's. Please remember to fill out the survey and let them know how friendly the service was for your chance to win a free combo. Meanwhile, I have all of his chibi inner emotions kind of in here. And so I have this one saying it's payday, and when this shift ends, I can go out and stay out late and party, which is what he's all about. But then he gets angry really quickly. He's like, oh, wait, I have early shift tomorrow morning. That means I can't party hard. Grah. And then meanwhile, he has to cry as well because he forgot that he has to pay rent, utilities, car insurance, and make college payments. Why does this all have to happen all in the same day? You know what I mean? So this is kind of funny. Let's see. Ben, welcome in, dude. You did the same thing. Yeah, I think this one was really cool. So I think this one represented this character, Josh, really well. I was really happy with it. I got feedback from Gib Doodles over on Artfight, and he loved the way that it came out, and he really adored the chibis. So I'm really happy with this one. So I'm going to close out of these other tabs that I have open, and I'm going to show you guys who I'm attacking today. And so for today's attack, I'm going to be attacking Unico. He was here on one of our first art fight streams, I believe. It was either the first one or the second one. He came in. He attacked me a while back. And so I wanted to make sure that I got revenge on him. And the way that I kind of chose this one was I put some names on a wheel, guys, and I spun it for those that have attacked me. But I wanted to get on him because he had this cool like boxing character. And I thought I could play around a little bit with dynamism. I do want to keep it all controlled. I do want to keep it within a frame. Like, I don't want it to be too wide. And I want it to be something that I could hopefully just kind of move a little quickly with. Whether I do just the top half or just because I don't want to do... I'm trying not to do a full body if I can. But I think with boxing, with the pose, with the energy, we might need some of that. Ben says, you got to wonder if the Faye fast food restaurant does that mean only fairies can work there? Well, during the last stream, we talked about how Josh has a buddy that's a dragon, and the dragon actually could work back there, which is kind of cool. Oh, you saw the finished artwork? Yep. I really like the way that one turned out. All right. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to jump in on this guy. But first, let me give myself a grid so I can have an idea of how big I want to work. I'm thinking... maybe something like this would be my frame. I'm going to put that away just for now, just so I can kind of think about this pose. I want it to be like an upward shot, so like pretend this is the camera. I know, this is going to makeshift camera, right? And it's shooting upwards at the person, so we might see head, chest, part of the legs or something, you know, something like that's kind of what I want to aim for this drawing for today. So let's see what we can create over here and see what happens. And then for you guys that are art fighting, hopefully you guys have been having some good weeks with the art fights. Hopefully you guys have got some creative art out of it, and that'd be great. Ben says I'm also gonna try to attack Dempsey, Knight, Kingpin, Nerd, but a bit of a twist. That's pretty awesome. That's my goal for next week's streams. So I'm gonna be attacking the entire Fellowship. So that's the goal. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this grid now because I think I'm okay-ish. All right, let's see. I'm gonna try to stay loose with this as best as possible. Because I want to try to work a little bit faster, you know? Just want to work faster. Oh, and I apologize. If you're hearing some loud noises, I think that's either thunder or a U-Haul truck. Not entirely sure. But yeah, let's see. So, maybe... And then work in a little dynamism, a little perspective, you know, that sort of thing. And I know he's not this bulky, but I'm gonna make him a bulky-ish character. I think is my goal, especially with like boxing and fighting and stuff. I think it'd be kind of a cool thing. Because I really like humanoid characters, like big muscular hero types are usually like what I like. See. I'm kind of liking this. I'm kind of feeling it. Let's see. Just trying to move quick as I go through this. Let's see. I haven't drawn in like a couple, like, well, I didn't draw at all yesterday. And then today I had like so much going on. So this is actually like my first drawing of the day. So hopefully it's coming out all right. Hey, what's going on, Matt? Hopefully you're doing well. Got another art fight stream here, just starting. Earlier on I showed the finished images of Vector Stone from this past week and Josh. So Caden King's character, Vector, and then Gib Doodle's character, Josh, is what I try to finish up and showed everybody here. Let's see. I want this to be like really foreshortened. I want this to be like a, you know, like the boxing mitt, like a big old glove. And I realize I normally copy the bios over, but apparently I didn't copy the bio for this guy. I think he was part Doberman, like a human Doberman kind of character. I'll have to look it up. Surprise! Usually I try to have these sheets ready, but I thought I had the bio, and I guess I never put it in here. Let me erase this muscle here, because I don't want to get lost in the details just yet. Because I am liking this pose. And we could just say the shorts are over here. And I think, I feel like boxing shorts have like a little slit on the side somewhere. It's kind of cut off on this one, on the reference, but at least from what I can remember from boxing, I think that's the case. So let me do that. All right. I don't want to jinx myself, but I feel like I mostly got it in one. Camila, welcome in. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. We're in the middle of a art fight revenge attack. So I'm attacking the artist Unico, who created this character, this boxing character, Ren. And so I'm just trying to work out my attack on him, or my essential fan art for his character. And so I'm just kind of messing around with like posing, muscles, foreshortening, dynamism, things like that. And I'm trying to keep it loose. I'm trying to keep all the energy into this like boxing stance, in hopes that, you know, we can get it to translate really well, and then maybe we can change his look. And then while I'm here, because I think since you're coming in, a few others are coming in, I'm just gonna open this up real quick, so that you guys can see it. This was my vector attack on Caden King, who's here in the chat. So this was my redesign of his character. And then I also had, there we go. And here's Gib Doodle's Josh attack. So just trying to make payments. He's a partier, but he can't go to party because he's got bills to pay. Kind of funny stuff. You can also, like, since we're on a live, I guess you could backtrack it just to kind of see those photos a little bit more up close. But there you go. Yep. Oh yeah, I definitely told you about it. Let's see. So let's say this is his face. We gotta give him like forward-facing face, or maybe because he's on this angle, maybe his face is really this way, but he's looking, maybe looking that way. Let's try to mess with that real quick and see where we can get out of this. I also want, here, let me do it on the side, because then I can just add a neck and stuff to it, because it feels a little flat. So let me kind of erase that. Got our traps over here. Neck somewhere up in this thing. Let's see. And I know he doesn't have eyes because the character's covered up, but I do want to know directionally where he's going to be looking so I can place the hair and some other features that he has on him. You know, he's got those piercings near the lips. They're not quite snake bites, I don't think. They're kind of protruding out of his face a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what those are called, so if you know it, let me know what kind of piercing that is. I'm not too familiar on that one. Alright, and I know he doesn't have ears on the side, but this is just how I make my faces so I can have an idea of where things go. Alright, let's see. Gonna bend him a little bit more this way. And again, we're gonna just try to exaggerate where these eyes are going. So we will, if we had to pretend, I guess. Let's pretend he had eyes looking that way, because we want to look at where he's punching, right? That's the whole point of this, is just try to follow this arm over here, which I will lift a little bit higher, maybe put it on more of an angle, because he's going to be like punching. Maybe make it bigger, because we're foreshortening it. There we go. And let me know if the music's too loud or not. I did change playlists, and I did try to mess around with the sound levels a little bit. But do let me know. Usually we're listening to like rock and stuff. And then this one was just like a random playlist I wanted to just test out. Let's see. So I think I kind of settled on it. I think I kind of settled on this pose. And so I am adding a little bit more detail on it. Hey, what's going on, Mary Sue? Welcome in, welcome in. We're here just seeking revenge here on Art Fight. How's your Art Fight experience going this year? How many attacks have you made? Defenses, things like that, if you have numbers on hand. I'm doing my third revenge attack on a few members here. Let's see, I think I'm going to make this a little bit wider. And then I think, well, we do need the, wherever that thumb's going to be on the boxing mitt. I'm thinking maybe we bring this back a little bit. Oops, I don't know what I hit. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. Hey, Gib Doodles, what's going on? I was showing off the attack that I did for your boy Josh in all of his glory. 1150 for a combo, guys. 1150. It's pretty affordable nowadays, I think. Let's see. I'm gonna have some motion lines coming off this because I want it to feel like he's swinging it, like he's going for it. But part of me thinks I still need to angle it a little bit more. Because I'm trying to play with foreshortening. But yeah. Thanks. I appreciate it, Gibbs. And then Mary Sue says, I'm very slow at drawing, so I've only finished one drawing so far. I got 16 attacks. Oh, no. Very late with saying this, but thank you for the follow back. Yeah, of course, anytime. I really do enjoy building up the community here. So yeah, no, absolutely. And if you guys want to leave your art fight handles, feel free to leave them in the chat so other art fighters can follow you. I'm completely okay with that. Not a big deal at all. If you're trying to follow me and you're not following me, you could just use the command exclamation point, art fight follow, I think is the one that I've set up for myself. Or you could just look up draw with Mr. _ Sepulveda. And we'll be right there, for sure. Alright, let's see. Okay, I think this is a little too shrunken. Like, I know I'm foreshortening the other one, but it looks a little too small. Let's raise this. Let's raise this thing. Usually I don't stick on, like, the first sketch sometimes. Sometimes I gotta, like, work through it, but I'm, like, really liking this. It's one of the things that I wanted to, like, work through was, you know, just kind of working on dynamism, working on foreshortening, working on dynamic, you know, just dynamic poses in general. Who am I drawing? I'm drawing Ren. Ren is Unico's boxer character that he's got that I think is part Doberman, has like the dog ears on top. I mentioned this earlier. I normally put the bios here, but I completely forgot to grab the bio. That's my bad. Because I like you guys to just kind of see what the artists originally wrote down for their characters. Let's see. I think this is a good strong pose. I'm trying to use as many like square-ish shapes here to kind of show that sturdiness a bit. But I'm thinking it's kind of working. Just trying to figure out where some of these curves are going. Some of these cylinders, right? Alright, let's see. This is the frame that I made, right? So I want to fit him in this frame, I think. So let's fit him in the frame. Or maybe shrink the frame. Let's see. What happens if I let's see what a free transformation looks like when I stretch him. Looks like he skips leg day. Let's see, put this on an angle. Bring this forward a little bit. Power of digital art. There we go. Well, I guess I don't need his head all the way up because he's got all this hair. But I think that's kind of solid. What do y'all think? I think it's kind of a solid pose. I'll have to add all the characteristics on top, but I think that's a good working one. And then we can kind of add things before we get to the line work phase, the cleanup phase, things like that, right? So let's see what we can add. It's a great pose. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been really trying hard on things like this. But for me, like, I'm trying to think of it as like a superhero because, you know, bulky characters, I feel like that's a specialty of mine. Or something that I feel like I draw really well, like something that I'm proud of. So that's my hope right here, that this is looking pretty good. And if you guys haven't already, please drop a like on this stream. I'd appreciate it. It's free for you. It means the world to me. It also helps out other people out on YouTube find this video. So if you guys don't mind just dropping a like for me, I'd appreciate that. Caden says, question, have you seen K-Pop Demon Hunters? I have, and I loved it, and I feel like I need to watch it again. I need to have a playlist with some of those songs. It was really good. I'm glad I watched it. I know that it's been on my queue for a while, and I think it was in a stream where someone just like convinced me to just go ahead and watch it. Let's see. What happens if I show like an eye? You know? What happens if it was like under his hair? Like he's swinging, so maybe this eye shows. I don't know. Might be an interesting kind of take. Let's see. He's got all this puffiness up here. I'm gonna shrink him down a little bit. Again, that top half is strong. I feel like he's like wide on that top half. I might have to thicken up the legs a little bit too. Let's see. Put that hair in here. And then of course the, I guess Doberman ears, or the dog ears. I'm going to play around with some of this movement. And then some of the curls that he's got. See, he's got a lot going down. Some of this is going to get covered up. What was your favorite song, Caden, from K-Pop Demon Hunters? I kind of dug the Golden song. I think it was the Golden song. Let's see. I'm gonna make it, and he's got the he's got like this cool like smug look, right? So let's see if we can push this a little bit. Hey, Rishit, welcome in, dude. Be Your Idol was a banger. Oh yeah, no, for sure, Harian. I totally agree. They had such a good soundtrack. Such a good soundtrack. Let's see, I think I'm gonna widen out his face a bit. Or you know what? Maybe we should keep him a little bit chiseled, stoic, strong. Oh, the soda pop. It's catchy. It was really catchy. Did it make you move your shoulders just like in the movie? I was like, man, this is such a good song for no reason. see, we need some more hair. And hopefully you guys all had a pretty good day. I was mentioning earlier, like, I had a busy day. You know, I ended up helping out, like, my elderly aunt and uncle with a little bit of moving today. They had some stuff in their garage that needed some moving. They just moved to North Carolina from Florida. So I did that. I went to go see some former students of mine do a performance of Tarzan the musical, which I thought was kind of cool. They had like 6 to 19-year-olds or so, which was not bad. Like the technology that they used to like project stuff onto the theater, the sound, I thought it was like way better than anything that I could remember from like plays and stuff. Especially when it's like in like a high school gym and stuff. I don't know. Let's see, I'm gonna put a little bit of hair here. Some curved hair. Let's do it the other way. And then I gotta put in those ears too. But I think I'll put those on a separate layer. And I don't know if this is calibrated right. Like it's a little off. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see. I think I'm liking his face. I'm still trying to decide on whether I see this this eye or not. Because this character doesn't have an eye. Alright, let's not change it too much. Like unnecessarily changed. So let's put this hair in here. I'm just using my eraser just to kind of like line sculpt, chisel, whatever you want to call it, just to kind of get some of these pieces off. Stretch this out a little bit more. I'm just trying to get as much energy everywhere in here that I can, as much as I can. You moved your shoulders? And for the past couple of days, I keep singing. That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Like seriously, like if a song does that to you, right? If it plays that much into your psyche that you start singing it, or if you purchase like a soda pop, and you start singing it, I think that's just awesome. Let's see. I think if I move the neck a little bit more inward, I can probably get away with doing this to the deltoids, maybe? Or I can try to still make it seem normal, quote unquote. We'll find out. We'll see what we're looking like. We'll see what we're looking like. Let's see. Here's the chest. Give him like that DBZ shred. There we go. Maybe well, he's boxer, so we have to make him ripped over here. Can't get away with it, right? Can't just let him be like a really thin guy out in a boxing ring that's gonna just like lose or get pummeled, right? So we need some of that strength. All right, let's see. think, feel like this could fit in here. I don't want it to be like super sharp. I gotta remember to like round that out when I get a chance. Hey, Knight, how's it going? The 100 songs you get behind, more due to just the style of the song. Mind you, the song's done by KDA. Huntrix all the way is your top. Hey, there you go, there you go. I don't know what it was about the Golden song that hit me, but I liked it. But I definitely have to get, you know, go back into like re-listening to some of it. I think I'm gonna have to stretch out this bottom. Like, as I'm doing this sketch, I'm noticing that this guy skips leg day. So, we gotta stretch him. We gotta stretch him. Let's stretch him. Something like, let's see. I think that, like, if I follow this line, should get to the pelvis, right? So this should be about right. Give or take, give or take. Yeah, okay, so that's like, this is looking good. I'm usually not this confident, guys, but this is not bad. And then I'll put like a shadow or drop shadow underneath that hair, like over his face, and I think it's gonna hit different. It's a lazy day on your end, Knight. Hey, no worries, dude. Look, I didn't draw all yesterday. So I know I wasn't feeling too productive, but you know, it's like a rest day. You need to get those in where you can. But then I also felt like I had a good day myself, just seeing a play, helping out my elderly aunt and uncle. They're like 60 and 70s, just like with some moving and stuff. And then it wasn't too bad, you know, chill day. Hopefully yours wasn't too bad. Sometimes we need a lazy day. Let's see. Stretch this. Usually they have like, if I'm remembering correctly, I'm trying to think back to like Rocky, where I can just put these little curved lines, and usually there's like a something over here. Maybe it's the brand or whatnot. So I'll put something here. Maybe I'll think about it. Let's see. He's looking strong. I'm liking this. But you know what I'm thinking already? I'm thinking we're gonna have to increase the size of this canvas. We're gonna have to do it, guys. How much bigger should we go? Maybe to maybe 9.5. I think 9.5 will be good. There we go. In case you're looking at my canvas size, 11 by 9.5 now, which means I'm gonna probably need a new frame. But that's okay. We'll get a new frame after. Let me just lift them up. Yeah, there we go. Let me worry about the frame after. This way I can kind of get some detail work on here. Let's see. All right. There we go. Actually, you know what? Let's put a curve. So we could have some movement in the pants as well. I don't know what his character's boxing trunks look like, because he doesn't have it in here. Or they don't have it in here. But I do see stripes, and so I'm just assuming, just playing with it, I'm going to make a trim over here with stripes running down both ends is my plan for kind of attacking this. So we'll kind of take a look at that and see if we like that just as much. So let's see. Because we can, let me stretch this way. And then this is where I said that there's probably like a little slit. So put the little slit right about here. Or if not a slit, let's play around with the design in here, because this could be how the two pairs of lines kind of play a role. Let's do it this way. So this is the underneath, right? Which means I'll have to fix up the shorts or the trunks on the other side. So we'll just put them this way. And we can stretch it this way. And I'm just showing this in so I can kind of have an idea of what this might look like. There we go. And then this is where I could kind of do that exact same thing. So this is about the midsection, right? So let's put it on a curve. Do it this way, and then let me just blend this here and shut this off so I can have an idea. Let's take a look at it. Let's see, Caden, you're saying that you're behind an art fight because you want to attack me and Dempsey back, and then Ven attacked you as well. Oh man, so you need to attack everybody. Wow, you're getting bombarded. I mean, that's the danger that is art fight, right? Look, if it helps you, I don't attack people hoping that they attack me back. Right? So if you want to prioritize some of the other guys, that's fine too. No big deal. Right? So let's see. Let's stretch out this muscle a little bit. I think this will be more in the rendering than right now, because the knee would be somewhere in here. Now I'm trying to think, do boxers have knee pads? This is a good question. Gib Doodle says they're also behind. Hit a bit of a motivation wall. Totally get it, totally get it. Let's see. I haven't necessarily hit a wall. I think I'm actually at that point where I'm just like, I'm very highly motivated to do this. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it's my first year and I'm like extra excited to kind of see how to do some of these things, and or if it's because I truly am like getting extra inspired by like some incredible artists that I've seen. Present company, included, Let's raise this. Let's raise the trunks on this side. But I also feel like they're not as loose as that other side. So maybe I gotta tighten up this one a little bit. So let's tighten this one. But I think it's also because I'm also setting certain goals as well. I think, and none of it. It's like I'm not putting pressure on myself to do much. I had a goal of doing 4, and then from 4, which I've officially accomplished, I'm just like, all right, then I'll try to do 2 more. I'll try to get to 6. And I'll also have another side goal, which in this case next week is to attack the Fellowship. I'm going to attack Dempsey, Kingpin, Knight of Arcane, Nerd Comics. So that's my goal. And then for the very last week of Art Fight, it's just a little bit more of the attacks. Maybe a mixture of revenge, maybe a mixture of try to find some other artists on Team Crystal to knock out, But yeah. Katie says, truthfully, I'm kind of scared to see what Ben has on their account. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Ben's a great artist. For real, though. Let's see, Gibbs says, for real, there are so many talented artists that I just want to grab a handful of their skills. Oh my gosh, yeah. And I feel like I am trying to implement some of the things that I'm seeing. Like in a second, like with, like furry art, for instance, like there's a whole bunch of it on there. I'm trying to learn what they're doing so that I could kind of improve like my Eclipsia character, things like that. Like I want to absorb whatever I can find and just kind of like implement. So I totally get that. Eventually I'd like to be able to do like things like mechs, like some armored guys, and see how that works. Let's see. Maybe I gotta put this way, maybe? I guess this leg just kind of depends. I'm kind of bending it, but the shorts are showing that it wouldn't be that way. Let's remove this part. Completely flatten. Leave this part loose and wider. Tighten towards the center. And again, it also depends on the frame, because I don't know how big I'm making the frame either. Just to kind of see what it looks like. Katie says, I've already attacked the entire Fellowship within the first week. Yeah, you're a quick artist. Traditional helps out too, I think, too. Here, I can get lost in all the transformations and things like that, and like trying to perfectly erase and perfectly liquefy and whatever else. Whereas I can't do that traditionally. So yeah. Gibbs says, oh yeah, I've started as a furry artist, technically speaking, warrior cats. Awesome. That's pretty cool, yeah. Furry adjacent. I still have some anthro characters on my profile. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool. I've always wanted to get into trying to draw some of them, because I felt like it would also give me range, and then I could also find some other artists that would dig that art, so it just gives me another branch to do, and then it gets other people coming this way, and I think that's pretty cool. Again, my main goal here is just to build up this community. While also increasing skills, right? So that one's usually at the forefront. And like this channel is based on like stories and lores and speed paints, and I don't know. I'm starting to get more inspired to mess around with improving art and you know, like just my own improvement, while also wanting to do a little bit more original character work. You know, but which is why I think my world building challenge series is probably like my favorite one to work on, like creatively. I think it's got me, but it's also got like the least amount of views on here, I think. But it's also a lot of fun for me, I think, personally. Yeah. Let's see. Harrian says, I've only draw furry art like once in art fight, and it's my favorite piece now. That's sweet. That's dope. That's great. I like that. Give Doodle says, animals are great for practice. They have such diversity in build and expressiveness. Oh yeah, they totally do. One of my favorite pieces I did forever ago was like and I don't have it. It was like one of my first digital art pieces that I ever did, and I mean, it's still one of my favorites sentimentally. But if I look at it, I'm like, oh gosh, look at that. But it was a shark man, because you know I was watching One Piece and they introduced Jinbei and you know Arlong and all these other guys, and I was like, ooh, I could draw a fish person. And then I did Mermay and try to do the Mermay challenge, and you know I enjoyed drawing fish people. So that was a lot of fun. Still playing with this a little bit. I know I've been on the legs for a little bit too long, but I found the pose I want, so I think I'm gonna try to solidify it a little bit more. And just to kind of move it back up, we're gonna get to these arms. Let's see. What would a boxing mitt look like? Because he's got like parts of them here, but he doesn't have all of them on here. Let me check out a reference. What do they look like? Okay, so they're just essentially just mittens. Okay. Okay, so I need this part probably to be round, right? Let me do this just so I can. Okay. Then this is gone, right? So that's just the bottom part. Gonna do one of these so I can be like, this is the strap. Shade this in for myself. Let's see. Put this in here. Let's see. We got a question from Gibbs about, or sorry, question from Caden about Gib Doodle's Travelers company characters. Very cool. I think this is going to be round and boxy at the same time. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm just trying to change the shape up a little bit. There we go. Maybe shade in here. Okay, I kind of like that. I kind of dig that. Even if it's not 100% accurate, I kind of like that shape. Let's see, I need to rework this forearm. trying to figure out, because I know I'm gonna find a quick reference pose for this thing, because I'm thinking, like, if I remember correctly, this area right here should connect, right? So usually it's, and if he's throwing the fist forward, I think this is the upper bicep. Right over here. So I think this part's the bicep. So I gotta turn it. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, so because the pec should connect somewhere towards your bicep, right? That's usually how they overlap. But because he's swinging it forward, I think that's the inside of the bicep. Although I'd really like to see where this deltoid is. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe because these lines are gonna contradict that, right? So they're gonna go like forward and back, maybe? Like a swinging motion that way, maybe? We'll see. Again, I'll have to play with that. Let's just treat it this way. And I'll treat it like it's a completely separate thing. Because at least when I render, I think it'll still at least look clean enough, and I think it'll be alright. Let's see, Cade says he also needs to work on an art fight story. The only person that didn't give permission to use their character was Knight, which is fine. That's why I asked. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, because you were asking for our OCs and whatnot. But again, I feel like if you're the one that's crediting the artist that drew him, you know, shouldn't be too bad, right? Always give credit where credit's due. But I also understand the protectiveness as well. Yeah. Okay, that arm really is small. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Seriously, gotta make this bigger. What is it, like not another teen movie with the guy with the small hand, right? But this is the arm edition of that. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, that's a good forearm right here, which makes me want to seriously rework this one. The indecisiveness of an artist. You keep going back and forth, you jump around, it's like the craziest like ADHD ever, you know? But we're gonna get it. Even if it kills me. That's the top, which might be a little bit more on that rounder end. You have a fun idea for it, especially with Gibbs characters. You can kind of read my idea on the art fight attacks. Now I feel like I gotta go to like all of these like stories and stuff. But clearly it's all multiverse stuff is my assumption. Okay, let's see. I gotta do this one. Put this guy right here. Oh yeah, then I gotta remember he's got some band-aids on him. So I can kinda remember put some band-aids on this character. Or maybe it's like that K-tape. I think that'd be kinda cool to kinda like add to him, right? That Kinzio tape or something. Maybe he's got something like that on him. Or maybe he really just has nothing but regular band-aids. Let's see, I think I put the thumb over here. And then try to make it a round square, which again, hope it makes sense. Yeah, I know. So that means you and Knight are both writing stories then for every attack that you do. Am I understanding that one correct, Caden? I know Knight's done like a story for every single character that he's submitted into people. Or, oh, sorry, I said Knight. Nerd. Oh my gosh. Sorry, Knight. And I'm sure you get that a lot. I'm sure you get that a lot. I think it's just the phonetics. It's phonetics for me. Look, I still make mistakes with like my B's and D's and putting them backwards. So, my apologies, dude. If you're like me and you end up switching your B's and your D's backwards, you know, just put a just put a B or a D in the chat. Really curious. Maybe it's just a me thing. So I'm kind of liking him. This arm's like so strong over here. I love the way that this forearm came out. And like he's really like he's like really chunky. Like this guy works out for sure. So I'm wondering if I need to, at least for myself, make this a little bit more boxy. Keep that stylized piece in here. Ironically, I'm Knight with the K, not N. No, I know. Yeah, and since Nerd did one of my characters, I have an idea for Dino Dude in the story. That's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. He definitely works out more than Josh. Bro is ripped for days. Hey, you might not understand this, or maybe you do, but, you know, he's got those washboard abs. So, hey, if you guys need to, you know, wash your clothes, he's open for business. That's this character right here. Let's lift this part up a little bit higher. Yeah, this guy's ripped. This guy's just insane. And then and the cool part is if you want him to get bigger, you just like where his lats are, where his lat muscles are, all you gotta do is just keep erasing that area. And then just widen him. And there you go. There you have it. You have a more muscular building or built character, you know? You gotta eat dinner, kid. No worries, dude. I'll probably still be here. I can do a late stream today. I got times. Oh, I'm loving his look. Let's see. Do we love him like this too? Pretty much do. But the question is, am I really feeling this arm? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually copy this and paste it and actually rework this arm that's closest to us. I feel like this has got to be the main piece of the entire drawing. I feel like the attention needs to be drawn here so that it draws you to his face. You know what I mean? So I need to try to see if I could get it a little bit better, and we're gonna find out if we like it. Also, if you guys are here just viewing and you're just jumping in and you like what you see, please don't forget to hit that like button. It encourages me because it lets me know that I'm doing a great job of what I'm doing over here. It also is free for you and it helps other people find this channel and this live stream. So appreciate it if you guys have hit the like button, or if you haven't yet, go ahead and do that. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button, please. Especially if you want to stay up to date with new video content and, of course, art fight related streams and videos. Let's see, we're gonna lower this arm a bit, right? Or move it over just a tad. I'm just trying to fix this one up because I thought this was good. All right, that's the original. I'm gonna remove this reference so I can slide. Let's actually make a copy of this one too. So this way I can move these two guys. These are my copies. So these are the copies right over here. And then I'll slide these guys over this way a bit. And I gotta remember those Doberman ears before the end of this, so I really can't forget that. And then let's just change this red to, let's say, a purple. And this way I don't confuse which one I'm drawing on. I don't want that to happen at all. One of your characters was included in an absolutely gorgeous mass attack. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to go check it out. I'm gonna have to check that out. Unless you want to send it through the Discord. But yeah, no, that's pretty dope. Let's see. What happens if let's move it. I think we're gonna have to move this arm. So let's say I move it, just like whacked my glasses here. I'm gonna put his traps over here, right? And instead of doing the deltoids like the way that I normally do them, let's show it this way. Make this boxy. And then maybe move this elbow. Yeah, let's move. Yeah, let's move this little piece right here. This little piece of business. Can move it further out. And maybe it's not an attack, but maybe he's ending up putting his arms up, right? And he's trying to protect himself like you would in boxing, right? You protect your face. You block before you swing. You can drop it in general. Yeah, sure. Sounds good. I appreciate it. Let's see. Yeah, I think that'll work because then that means we can get. Oh, that's not even the right pen. There we go. Or the right layer. There we go. So we can probably get elbow. And then swing that forearm across this way. I think that's how this is going to work. Possibly. I'm trying to think of like, trying to see how like this would realistically work. Because the elbow would be underneath here, right? So this would overlap. Yeah, okay. So there would be the overlap. This would be the cylinder for the arm going across. That's the elbow. And then for the hand, it's been sent. All right, cool. I'm popping it open on my phone. Let's see. Because this would be... Let me get rid of that real quick. Oh, apparently I have to log in on my phone. Let me check it on the computer. Let me check it on the computer instead. Because I'm already logged in on here. Let's check it. Head into Discord. Sorry for this interruption to your art viewing. I just need to see this. Da -da 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 -da. Here we go. You put it in general, right? Let's see. There's the link. This is the mass attack. I'm gonna pull it up, okay? Am I allowed to share it on here? Are you cool with that? Yeah, let me know if it's okay to share on here. And let me know which one of those guys is your guy. Yeah? Okay, cool. So this is the mass attack that Gib Doodles was a part of. Or where his character is, right? That looks pretty dope, man. Kuvno was the artist? This is super cool. Yeah, which one of these babies is yours? That's what I want to know. It's a sick design. Like, super mass attack. Here, guys near the back, the darker one with the big golden feather crown. All right, let me go back to it. Oh, sweet. Okay, I see you. I see you. It's a sick design, dude. Yeah, you said that you couldn't stop staring at it. I could understand why. Like, I would love to get to like a digital painterly style like this one day. Thanks for sharing, man. And thanks for letting me share it here. Very dope. Very dope. Let's see. I'm thinking this hand might actually go this way. Yeah, of course. All right, cool, sweet. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do the glove thing. Let's see. I'm starting to feel like the purple one is the one that I might end up going with versus the red one. I think it's because this arm is too low, and it wasn't giving me that foreshortening. But I also think I have to, and I think I'm going to have to do it here. I'm going to have to move this part of the arm higher. We'll angle it just a bit. So far, Centipede Bird's gotten 2 attacks. Sweet. That's one of your more popular characters. I think my Salal has the Bird Boy. He's been done twice already, too. I think someone animated him. Like, or not animated him, but like animated like a candle. Like he's in some sort of tavern of some sort. Which I thought was like really cool. Currently in the process of teaching myself some animation. Would be a cool skill set to add to my repertoire. Let's see. Little boxing guy. Probably should have got rid of the reference, but I'm trying to remember if the thumb's supposed to go on bottom or if it goes on top of this, but it'd be alright either way. As long as I can make it look like what it's supposed to look like, I think I could be satisfied. I'm trying to play around with some of the shapes here too. I really do appreciate you guys sticking with me for 2 like versions of this guy. Let's see. Yeah, I really do think this needs to probably be more angled. And you know, once I get to my line work, I'll be like trying to get super precise on what this is supposed to look like. And then I'll add like my own, well, I like to call it flavor to it. You might import Centipede Bird into Traveler's Companions. They currently don't have much use besides being an awesome design. That'd be cool. What's your Centipede Bird's like skill set and story? Okay, I think purple is the one I'm going with. But I do gotta finish up that face then. Which I think is just mostly hair, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Excuse me. Let me shove you here. Let me get those references back. Yeah, let's see. We'll just start sticking this here. So this would be like that hair over there. Okay. Just a little cleanup. Making sure I've got this where I want it. One of those, I've got you where I need you kind of things. Hey, Ark, welcome in. What? No, you don't have to apologize, dude. Not at all. I'm surprised you're up at 2 a.m. I could never. I could never be up. But no, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Hopefully you are as well. We're here doing a revenge attack on Unico. So just trying to draw his boxer character, Ren. Trying to put him in my style over here. It's kind of like a Doberman boxer mix. Well, actually, let me move this thing. This thing's in the way. I was trying to like avoid the like tangents in this art by not having these lines connect to each other so harsh, or so harshly, I guess. Gibbs says personally, your bird is like a curious parrot, though they're 50 feet long, so they quite destructive as a 50-foot beast would, right? No, definitely, yeah. Look, if you want to send it to the server, I don't mind at all. I need to like post more in there is what I gotta do. I also need the community in the Discord to post a little bit more art too. My problem with like whips, like works in progress, most of my works in progress outside of Art Fight are generally for like my episodes. So it's like I can't really post those. I can only post whatever I work on my free time, and once the school year is here, I usually have like no free time. Or at least, I guess that's the case of what it was. Since I'll be a digital art teacher, I have no idea what my schedule will look like this next upcoming school year. So we'll kind of see what that looks like. Oh, your last drawing? Dude, your drawings were cool last time. Whips for YouTube members? Yeah. Let's see. Ark, can I share your art pieces that you put into the Discord? Would you be all right with that? I wouldn't mind sharing them on here. Yeah? Okay, cool. So here's Ark's 2 designs that he sent me. Let me pop this off on one. For some reason, well, let me try it this way. There we go. Okay, so this one's one of Ark's designs, which I thought was really dope. And then the one he's talking about from like the stream was a harpy character. And this is the harpy character, which I can't draw wings very well, and I have an angel character, right? So that kind of defeats the purpose, right? But yeah, so I think these are cool, dude. I think they're really dope. Oh, and then your old centipede bird. Okay, so I did see this piece. This is the original centipede bird that Gib Doodles did. 10 pairs of legs. Yes, I do remember viewing this and seeing it. Oh man, yeah. I remember that one. I remember being intimidated because you said 10 legs. But yeah. You generally try to be active on the server? No, I appreciate it for sure. Oh yeah, and then for anyone in here that hasn't liked the stream so far, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed to this channel. Please join us in the chat, say hi, let us know who you are, and if you are an art fighter, drop your handle as well, because we'd definitely love to follow you. For yeah. Ben says, just submitted my attack against someone whose YouTube name starts with D and ends in A. Ends in A. No idea. Let's see. Ark. Normally I would ask what to draw, but it's really late for me. Yeah, no worries, dude. No worries. I'm surprised you're up. I can't be up. See, I'm a morning person, so like I'll be up at like 4 a.m. or whatever. which is crazy, I know. Um, but usually the nighttime stuff, I just can't do it. Let's see. I think I'm good. I think I got what I want out of this. All right. So the only thing I got to do is figure out my. Oh, and then the ears. Duh. I don't know why I keep forgetting ears on this guy. I think it's because they blend in. So I think when I design it, I think I'm gonna have to change the color to keep it separate from the hair. But I also don't know how big to make these things. How big should these guys be? Realistically. Because he's got the ears going downward, right? I might cover some of the rendering I do, but that'll be alright. Mr. S, I attacked you. Jeesh. No, I figured as much. I wasn't going to go with Dempsey J illustrations, you know, because then the ending doesn't work. Sam, I'm a big morning person. Yep, with you. Morning person also had a job that was night shift once. Ooh, that's got to be tough. I'm going to keep it as a once? Yeah, no, I would never want to work late hours, late shifts. My brother, he works in like a supermarket, so sometimes he's the closer, and then he's the opener the next day, which makes no sense on whoever sets up those schedules for him. 3 a.m. to 11 a.m. is your sleep schedule? That's pretty cool. So I guess it depends, right? What I would assume it's like jobs or whatever, but you're like a night person, so that's pretty cool. So that means I've only got you for a little bit before you knock out. I respect it. Let's see. Do I want to... I think I could do it like this and not lose too much of the hair. Possibly. For some reason you thought this character was female? Nah. I think I'd have to cover her up for sure. But I don't think I would have... If it was if this character happened to be female, I would have to cover up some things. You understand. Alright, let's see. I think I'm good. I don't think I see too much other than like rounding out some pieces, but that could be in the line work. I don't have to worry too much about that. Okay, and then the frame, right? So the frame needs to encapsulate this guy. Maybe about yay wide. Let's try that. And then this guy needs to shrink up a bit. And then I think, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but, oh, I don't know what that was. That was my fill one. I feel like I need a expand and drop. Alright, I kind of like it. I'm ready to start lining this guy. Your girlfriend's American? A lot of people you talk to are American. Okay. Oh, you meant the original drawing. Oh, what you thought was a girl. Oh, okay. See, I didn't get the vibe. I didn't get that vibe. And I think part of it that helped me out was this drawing right up here. I think that was what solidified it for me. Remind an art fight, all shirtless should be marked as partial nudity regardless of gender. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. And I figured he's he's definitely, this definitely qualifies. You have one that's technically both genders. It's an angel, but sees as male, but okay, okay, so it could be both. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to delete my old ones. So goodbye, old ones. I'm gonna merge this stuff right here. Oh my gosh, where's my merge button? There we go. And then for some reason I kept that little arrow. My bad. Here we go. Drop this into my folder, which I pre-made. Delete this one because I don't need that one. And here comes the line work. So let's get this line work going. Let's see. Knight says, my mind's been rotating between FNAF, fighting games, like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Digimon. Did you hear about that Digimon Strangers game? It looks pretty sick. I'm also waiting for, I think they're also trying to get like a Pokemon Pocket version of it as well, like for mobile. And then Last Defense Academy. I've never heard of that one. Or that's pretty cool. Knight, did you attack anyone in the art group other than Kingpin? Mine is Amazing Digital Circus Fighting Club. Okay. Kind of like my Lucifer design, though mine's a little more gender fluid. Okay. Give Doodle says, I have good characters I've yet to draw because one design I have in mind is intimidating to draw. Oh, man. Okay. And they're both technically genderless, though have their physical... okay. From preferences. Yeah, new Digimon game will be cool. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. At least from like some of the trailers that dropped for it. Yeah, I had a channel narrator, or not a channel narrator, but one in the S-Verse Chronicles series with my superheroes. That was, I guess they're genderless too, but we refer to them as, their name was Kashvi, but I try to make sure that I stuck with the pronoun of they for them, for sure. Spear or battle axe guitar? Battle axe guitar sounds cool. I feel like I don't know. If I could pull it off, I want to do like a dramatic lighting for this guy, just because, you know, underlit face, this cocky, creepy smile. It's gonna be great if I could pull it off. Okay, so this hair is gonna be in my way. Let's turn it this way. There we go. I kind of like that face shape. The imitating one's like a massive spider colony gathered together to reassemble some sort of form. That's cool. It's like oh my gosh, not like Majin Buu, because he gets split into tiny little pieces and then form regular Buu. But oh, I don't know who I'm thinking of. That's very similar. Like a bunch of little ones come together to make a big thing. I don't know where I've seen something like that. The 100 line Last Defense Academy is a tactical game made by the same people who did Danganronpa. Okay, in the same style? Same style, okay. Okay, cool, cool. Did you know a bow spear was actually a thing? And do you guys have an idea for names that can be both angelic and demonic. Lucifer is number one. No. I don't know. Something with like EL at the end, like E, like that, like a Remiel or something like that. Something kind of cool. But Remiel would be obviously like angelic. But I feel like it could also that last portion could probably fit your requirements. Hive mind of spiders. It sounds dope. Arachnophobe's worst nightmare. P.S. Angelic Demon is named that's fluid characters. Angelic Demon, Angelic Mother, and Satan Father. Gotcha. Arc, you were referring to Angelic Demon and I called it. Hey, there you go. I'm getting, oh my gosh, what was his name? From Seven Deadly Sins with the long white hair. Who used to possess Sunshine. Oh my gosh, that's the vibe I'm getting right now for some reason. Without the colors on this, obviously, is how I'm feeling on it. Welcome back, Caden. Hopefully you're doing well. Gods are those gods are traveler companions characters. Cool. Ooh. Okay, cool. A digital artist can do a condensed swarm of spiders easily, not mocking traditional artists. There we go. Let's see. I think this hair is going to be visible. I wasn't sure if the boxing mitt was going to get in the way or not. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Why are we talking about giant swarm of spiders? It's a character idea. Or they're trying to send them to someone's house. Who knows? Yeah, you don't want to lump them all. I think I do it this way. This way the hair can kind of balance out with this ear over here. change the size of this guy. You really want to showcase the eye sparkle? Oh, it just moved a lot. Clearly, and, okay, and a bunch of small things. Gibbs says also really want to... Oh, wait, that thing I just read that one. I'm sorry. I think it was moving around. Kane says, so kind of like Spider-Man Marvel without Peter Parker's memories. I guess. Less humanoid. Pretty decent. Yeah, I think my calibration is just off a little bit. But I think it's fine. I think won't be too much of a pain. This may have been the first time I flipped my canvas. This might be a problem because I didn't check it out beforehand to see if the pose and everything was still good for this boxing guy. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I actually don't mind it. I think it looks pretty strong. Okay. I got worried there for a second. I'm like, oh no. I probably should have flipped my canvas earlier. You wouldn't care if spiders are in your house? Maybe the Australian spiders. You'll be going to sleep soon? Yeah, no worries. It's funny because the other gods take more humanoid forms. So there's one god who actually resembles a person, and this other one, like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. No, for sure, it needs to. No, mister, it's not Spider-Man. It's Spiders, man. It's a hive mind of spiders who have memories of Peter Parker. Ah. That clarifies. That checks. There we go. Okay, I think that's wide enough. Well, Mr. S, whenever you head into Art Fight, you might find out which one of the characters I chose. All right, sweet. Yeah, no, I'll definitely get in there. Let's see. I can actually pop it open right now. It says I got no notifications. I guess I'm gonna have to wait and see. You'll shout if anyone is a big Digimon fan to go check out Digi Destiny. Digi Destiny, formerly Abridged Alliance, for their Digimon D&D streams. Oh, that's pretty cool. Very emotional. Awesome. Well, hey, definitely check that one out. That's pretty cool. Imagine finding a new spider that is the biggest version of the most venomous spider and call it Newcastle Big Boy. It's got some funny moments in it. I'll be using Daddy Longleg colonies as references for these characters. They lump together similar to what you're thinking of. Very cool. I like that you reference like for your designs and stuff, which I always think is important. I pulled a couple of references over here as I needed, which admittedly I probably should have had some sort of reference from the beginning versus, you know, just winging it. But I'm not a professional, so it's okay. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Let's see. Little hairs. Although now I'm trying to be mindful of the ears that I have over here. All right, good night, Art. Thanks for coming through, bud. Appreciate you. If you haven't left a like on the stream, please go ahead and do it before you head out. Link in the playlist on our Discord, going back through while waiting for campaign 2. Okay, cool. I'll definitely check it out. Definitely checking that one out. Alright, I'm kind of liking his face. I'm definitely feeling it. It's really fun. It really depends on designs for you, because you like cats. So you don't need a reference for that because you've got to commit it to memory. I think that's me for some of the musculature that I've got committed to memory. But I could still, at least for myself, I definitely need to still increase that mental library. Remember when I was doing the bicep and trying to twist it? I was trying to figure out what angle I was at and what we would physically be able to see. Put my sticker feel. This little bulkiness over here. I've done this like a few different ways where I'm like, I will always do like this big block out, but I've done it after I've finished my main line work. I've done it during. I don't know which one's faster for me, but figure I'm aiming for it as I go. Get that like Illustrator feel. Winging it is fun, yeah, absolutely. Dun, 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 dun. Every time I say I'm feeling it, Knight's thinking of, "Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?" Which, out of context, you know, you know how it sounds. Might share some of your cat art on the server, but once again, it's quite old art. Hey, old, new, it's all good. Who's gonna know? Let's see. Decided on EDM playlist today. I don't know if it makes me miss my rock playlist a little bit more. But yeah. He's coming together fine. Oh yeah, and then I gotta remember those piercings, right? Forgot about those piercings. I gotta add those in. This might get through the face, I think. It's not a bad thing. Breaks it apart a bit. Okay, I might adjust that size after, but I just wanted to make sure I put it in there so I could make sure I didn't forget it. Like, I almost forgot the ears. You shared your kitty cat art. Oh, kind of shook on that one. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out those cat photos, or those cat photos, the cat art in a little bit. You absolutely adore looking at your old art. I don't know, mine makes me cringe. My old art makes me cringe a lot. I think he had white, yeah. So he's got these like white little patches on his design. So I wanted to make sure I got that in there. So that's there. It's not a bad one. That should be a thick enough line here. Okay. think I'm just gonna leave the one line. I tried the two. I didn't think I liked the two. Got so many big heads. Yeah, I do a lot of big heads and big hands. But I think that's my style now, for the most part. I try to be conscious of it, but it doesn't always work. You can absolutely see how much more confident you are with your cat art, just because of where you started with that amount of experience. But you still adore humanoids. But you just know cats. Have you seen Farah? What did I do with her face? I'm gonna have to double check. That. Caden's old art has short bodies and triangles for feet. I said, oh, did I say Farah? I want to say Farah. That's what happens when you do a quick glance. There we go. I'm going to bring this in a little bit. Oh, so it is Farah. Okay. I've seen the spelling for Farah like that. Or maybe it's because I just did Josh and he's working at the Faith fast food place. Maybe that's why it's stuck in my head that way. Let's see, connect that. Washboard abs. There we go. You don't know if you have any characters that when you did your ugly hands. Hey, look, all those drawings. You're probably like, we're just gonna burn them, and no one will ever know that I was ever at this level. They're just gonna think I was always perfect. I need that to be closer. And this part can go out. Love handles. You got the glutes coming out back there too. Well, back there. but it still has to get bigger. And I think the pants need to come up a little bit. That'll be alright. We'll get there in a second. You definitely have characters with your old ugly art. Augustus, Edmund. I got a lot of ones that needed updating. Like Eclipsia is one of them. I was glad I did get a update her. But I think I've updated her like twice. First time I thought it was good, and then, you know, some time passes and you're like, well, I could draw better than that now. And so you kind of go back in and you just re-update her. Chances are I'll probably re-update her again in another year or so, or another couple. I think I'm going to leave this, like, very illustrated, I think. I might do something different here. CKN says, you know, I'm honestly surprised I still have as much old art as I do, because I'm very prone to losing stuff. Dude. I lose stuff all the time. I'm totally with you. Honestly, though, I'm at a point of confidence where I see art from a year or two ago and think, you know, not that bad. That's very healthy, you know? Versus me where I'm like, yeah, you need to go, art. This was terrible. It's like when you're younger and, you know, your parents tell you, like, hey, or your friends tell you, like, hey, that art is amazing. And then you look at it, like, years down the road and you're like, what in the world were you looking at? I don't see it. Just want to make sure I've got this set up the exact same way. Let's see, did I do it on the outside and inside? Yeah, okay. Kind of like that, or lower. Just gotta follow that part of the hand. Best tip of art, be your own biggest fan. It releases so much stress. Night, Night, I'm gonna have to figure out how to make that work for me sometimes. Sometimes, you know, I kind of stick in the, I don't know, sometimes I have that imposter syndrome where it's like, man, I drew this one awesome art piece, let me draw again, and then I can't get that feeling back, I can't get the look of it back, you know? And so sometimes I'm a little bit more harsher on myself critique-wise because it's like the consistency, right? It doesn't exist. It's not there. Let's see. Can I steal this? Can I steal my own art? So I don't have to worry too much about the consistency. It's like when you, I guess, when you try to create a base for your OC, or you use a base of your OC to draw your OC. It's one of those. Totally understandable. Every artist has their own journey. It took me a long time to get to my point of peace with my art. Yeah. But honestly, I do this for fun. But I also want to improve. I want to get as much out of it as I can. And then also, hopefully, inspire others too. Because I know if this was like 10-year-old me, I'd be like, how in the world did you do that? I can't do that. You know? Because I know this is like the truth for like my students that are like 11 years old. They're the ones that will be like, wow, like they'll encourage me and stuff like that. And then usually makes me see things from their perspective a little bit, or try to, and be like, you know what? Yeah, it's not that bad. Let's see. Might need to move this back here so that it doesn't look like a terrible tangent line where it's like touching it, you don't know where it starts or ends. I'll lift this up a little bit, and then hopefully it'll kind of look about right. Okay, so not too bad. I'm liking this like upper half. I feel like it's strong. I feel like it's looking good. Caden grabs his binder with a bulk of old art in the first picture, and it was one of the weird hands I was talking about, which means some of this art in here is 10 plus years old. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, though. I wish I saved my old art. I'm gonna be honest. I wish I saved my old art as a kid. Want to be, yeah, so you're on the same boat as me. You want to be an inspiration for other artists as well. Yeah, because you know, again, like it's that whole art journey thing, right? So everyone's in a different place, and you are where someone wants to be. It's a cool way to think about it. I kind of messed this part up. Let me go back. Yeah, let's redo this one. Okay, there we go. I feel like this, I don't know, like, again, I keep getting that, that vibe that he looks a lot like the guy with the white hair from, Seven Deadly Sins. I can't shake it. Is it Luciel, maybe? Oh, I can't remember these names. That's what I'm thinking right now. Oldest art you have posted online is 2016 to 2017-ish. In the depths of Amino and old accounts, I forgot the passwords too. Yeah, that's so true. I'm sure mine exists somewhere. My first digital art piece. It had to have been about 10 years ago. Maybe 11 years ago? It was somewhere in there. It was like probably 24. I'm 35 now for context. But, I've been doing it for over a decade. But I think when COVID hit, that's when I took it more seriously. So, I don't know if I can claim, you know, much else other than, you know, that's where most of my seriousness took place and the growth took place. Just trying to trim down some of these lines. Thin them out a bit. Have a little variation in here. Because otherwise everything looks too bold. Trying to avoid it looking too boring. Or I guess, I don't know, too linear? I don't know if that's the right word. And then some of this I'll like reflect the next day and be like, what was I thinking when I put this line here? What was I thinking when I put this to be this thick or whatever? And then I'll make adjustments. I think it's happened throughout the entire art fight process too. Like I'll do one thing on stream and then I'll clean up. Somewhere in it I'll make some changes here and there. Let's give him another band-aid. Let's see. Yeah, you just found a version of the team of monsters you did that really need an update because they're really cool, especially your Invisible Man character. That's cool. That's cool. Gibdoodle says they were like 14 or 15 when they started digital art, That you had bad memories with that? Really? Why bad memories? Found Multiverse Tales fan art you forgot that you made, and it actually looks pretty good. That's pretty dope. Who's your favorite Multiverse Tales characters? You're bad with dates? Yeah, no, I'm with you. Just gonna put a few just lines here. I don't know if I'll keep them all. Mr. S, you'll be shocked what I did with one of your characters. That not like is it something bad? Is it in a bad way? Did you kill off one of my mains? Let's find out. Ben's gonna let us know. Champagne and Benny and yeah, Vasilia. Yeah, I love those banter episodes as well for them. He's so good with like the voices too. Pop Cross. Okay, I'm kind of liking that that movement here. It's got some energy to it. You're so posting this art in the Discord. Please do. Please do. Although, I won't do any spoilers, but I am starting to like Waru from his latest series that he's got going on with the Trismegistus Academy. Because it kind of reminds me a little bit of my Crash character, slightly. Because like I had some things planned for him. And there's some things that haven't happened yet. Although, granted, if you go far enough in the channel, you'll know a little bit about his power-ups and stuff coming up later on. Because they've been revealed like forever ago. Okay, let's check it. So his character has these two white stripes on the side of his pants. And I'm thinking, like, that's what it would, I guess, look like. It's my interpretation. Because I don't remember seeing a very, I didn't see a set full body design for him in his boxing attire, so yeah. Yeah, you love Water after yesterday's episode, absolutely. Yeah, I was shocked, and then here comes a spoiler in case you missed yesterday's episode from Ben. But yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I've killed off plenty of characters that I've had in my series, but I didn't think it was gonna happen there, so it was interesting. I kind of like these trunks. I don't know why. I think they look good. Oh, that's a little too far back. Just a tad bit. Huh. Okay. Okay. Now we are, as the old expression goes, cooking with gas. Here we go. Might be dating myself there too. Go. Just gotta connect this with the top half right here. It's looking strong. Digging it. I might get that on a t-shirt. Digging it. But try not to get it confused with like volleyball gear. Kane says, I mean, from what Waru had said before, I already assumed it was confirmed yesterday, but I wasn't expecting it to be confirmed like that. Yeah, it was pretty blatant. Like, I love the teasing of it. And you know, he let that sit in your mind for a while, and then it was like, all right, outright, here it is. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. Especially, like, his whole history and stuff. So I checked. My oldest digital art is, in fact, 2018, which is exactly 14. I was right on the mark. Boom. Wow, there you go. There we go. I hate drawing knees sometimes. I think on stream I've been on record saying like this is for some reason one of those areas that I find so tricky, and I'll get stuck here from time to time. But I feel like I might have gotten some of it down. Like it's looking all right to me. The internet is poisoned. Your your perception of time. I'm 21, which isn't that old, and yet kids online act as though I'm like elderly. Yeah, no worries. When I got into teaching at age 24, I was apparently elderly as well, so no worries. Well, Waru and Katas are going to be best to learn the plan for Lidum. Oh man. Wait, what did I do with this side? I think I put the top on, right? Yeah. So let's do this. Just gonna sculpt this with the eraser a little bit. Ben says, Gib, do you need your walker? And to that I say, get off my lawn. Oh, man. Yeah, the perception of kids. Like, even my nieces will be like, yeah, you're old. They're not wrong. Alright, let's see. That's the line work. Did I get everything? I feel like I got most of it. Ah, froze a little bit. We'll have to check in a second. Halfway to the grave. Speak up, Sonny. Oh man, 91-year-old with 15 great grandchildren is crazy. I'm definitely gonna check it out in a little bit. Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure this line work is done, and I'm gonna check to see what you guys posted because I know it's been going off. Do I need to move this line? I think so. And then curve it that way. And then I'm thinking maybe I'll put the neck this way. And maybe not put that. Oh, I feel like I need that line. Maybe I need one over here. This might make it look a little bit better. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking that line work is totally complete. Just gotta see if there's anything I want to fix up, but I'll check that in a second. Let me go check to see what's on the Discord real quick from you guys. Okay, so we got a batch of cats. Here, let me pull these real quick. All right, I'm gonna start showing you guys what. Oh, that didn't turn out right on my side for some reason. Let's try that one again. Or maybe it's just small. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm gonna start showing some of the art that you guys posted up. We've got one. We got two. Three. This one I like the smile of. 4. And that was Gib Doodles. Great Elder had some fan art from forever ago. Let's pop these up here too. I'm going to do these one at a time as well. Oh, geez. Connect. There we go. 1. Is that, I want to say Taran, but I might be wrong. 2. Sorry, as I'm pulling this up, I can't see the chat, so just bear with me. That's cool. And to think, like, she becomes a Reaper. Totally sterling. Well, I actually do I like him a lot. What I really should have done was put these on like a pose ref, and then we could just pop them all up. Benny shop, right over here. I wish I could do like mech designs. And then as I say it, here comes Biomech Kayla. These are cool, man. Gonna give you guys some of these while I'm here. Alright, then I got a fan art post from Null, but I don't think Null's here with us. But yeah. A lot of old Pop Crust community redraw submissions. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I delete mine after I'm done. Like I submitted in one for this upcoming one for the Ludum students, and and it was funny. I had created a character that had lasers, and of course, he mentions one that had one, and I'm like, great. Now I don't think I have a chance. Gave laser vision to a character. You like the cats? Oh, Astra, yeah. Taran was the first one. Good, okay. Smiley Cat has some inspo from the Viper Fish. Ah, so cool. Yeah, no, I think these are cool, guys. And then here, let me, I know Null's not here. But, since I showed your art, and Null just kind of posted, this is Null says this is an art fight drawing of a jester in the Yamcha pose. They have others, but this is the funniest. Okay. I need to like pop up like the Yamcha pose to know what that is. Is it just being defeated on the ground? Is that what that is? Originally designed as an it's an adaptation or adopt, but never sold. So we might just keep it. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna put in the flats here, but I'm gonna put them in like a gradient form. But it's gonna be weird because I left the entire middle body into the arms wide open. So it's gonna look different. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I felt like there was a way to do this without maybe I gotta just do it manually. I guess that would be the lightest. Is that the mid-tone? And then you're just missing a dark tone. I don't know why that's happening. Oh. Let's add this here. I'm just messing around with the gradient. But for some reason this one, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the set that I screwed up with. So I'm going to try a different skin set that I have. Because it makes it so dark. Like, and it's not skin tone wise, it's just like, it gives me like this dark patchy kind of look. Try to make it warmer as I go down. Okay, this I dig. Okay. So let's try it. Yeah, like I like that. I think that's a nice like tone. Adoptable. Yeah. Adaptable. Yeah, but I think that's a good tone right there because then it's got that variety. Oh, it's good. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay. See what we can do. So this entire section gets picked out. I just gotta make sure I'm not missing any corners. It's usually where it's a pain in the butt. Yep. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, I don't think I missed anything in this color. Alright, cool. See, this is where I don't like it, where I start missing pixels because the brush is very like pixelated, and so it'll leave like openings. They don't seem noticeable here, but they become more noticeable as I render, and then you're just like, what in the world? Oh, so you just, yeah, so you inverse it. Yeah, so my problem, like if I do something like that, my issue is I'm just trying to aim for like just the skin. Like I'll do that if I want to set up like a mask. So like if I wanted to mask the whole thing, so for anyone that doesn't know, like if I wanted to do it this way, where I select everything on like the outside of him, and then I hit the select button, and then I invert the selection, then I can just, you know, give it one whole look, if that makes sense. And I get the box was in there. I could have removed that, but that's just a mask, and then you can kind of work on it on top of it. But with the way that I want to make sure that I do it, I've been trying to do just the gradient within like those selected areas. Like, but if there was a common color, then I would do it. But then with the gradient that I have, it wouldn't allow me to do like, you know, like these shaded colors or whatever, unless I did like values, like gray values, and then put the mask on top of it, and then that would get me. That would help me change my darkest gray value to the darkest tones that I have and stuff like that. But I totally get what you mean. Yeah. But I don't think did I custom make this one. So the brush that I use is the real G Pen in Clip Studio, but I feel like I customed it out a little bit to make it have some toothiness, because I really like the toothiness and the grittiness of the pen. But then when I get to the point where I'm like, it's time to color, then I'm like, I hate the pen. Hopefully that makes sense. Get ready to rumble. I see. Yeah, it makes sense. I don't ever work with gradients, so oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, because so the gradients are essentially like my flats, right? Except the gradients just have the color variation in it. And then when I shade on top of it, those lighter areas and those darker areas look different, and I kind of like that about this method of doing it. You just found a community redraw submission that was a mech armor version of Charlie. Whoa. And that one turned into your character Calvin. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Got some red trunks. That's pretty easy. And then this is more gray than white, but or I guess technically partial yellowish. That's okay. I'm pretty sure that was excluded, which I would find out later. Okay, cool. And I feel like this part should be darker, like on the trunks, but I mean it could be a white too. So let's just keep it white, or this grayish tone. There we go. And I think I'll just make this one pure white. So I'll just pop that in there. Some bandages. And then I think he also had the red gloves, right? With a little bit of that white. Oh, that's what I wanted to fix. I felt like this should go across all the way. And I didn't do it. Thought about it a second ago. Let's see. You work with flats a lot more often. Most of your designs are built for comics and animation. So they're super simple and replicable. Oh my gosh. You can replicate them. There we go. My gosh. Words. Words. This is why I don't teach ELA, guys. I don't do that. I don't do none of that nonsense. But yeah. No, it makes sense. Alright, let's see. We'll start here. We're essentially just mimicking the trunks here. And then assigning like that center to be like the highlight area. You're gonna do a video about all the old art? Yeah, no, I think that's cool. It's like a treasure chest. Like even like you know what Drawfee's done it several times over where they find some old art and then they just try to redraw it. So maybe something along those lines would be kind of cool. Let's see, do I go darker? Or I can go towards black without hitting black. Yeah, let me do it this way. And then we'll keep these white, just to kind of keep that going. And then I'll go back to this grayish white tone. We're looking good. One of the cat pictures you did was a redraw? That's pretty cool. Oh, all the characters you have are already redrawn? Okay, okay, I got you, I got you. Oh, then you could totally do like a comparison then. Totally do a comparison video of old art versus new art. And that would be your opportunity to show how much you've grown. I don't know why I'm liking this, man. I think it's really good. Sometimes I surprise myself, guys. This is one of those moments where I'm like, I had this idea. I don't know if this is gonna work. And sure enough, we're here. Again, that 10-year-old self of mine would be like, man, you did that pretty well. Alright, let's see. Gotta do the ears. You have 3 or 4 versions of each character, man? Kanan, that's pretty dope. Like, I think Crash is probably my only character that I've probably done multiple iterations of like that. Okay, I think his ears are black, but I'm gonna go closer to brown so that when I ultimately render on top of it, I can get it closer to black this way without it like being overdone. One of the things I like to do is just kind of just check to see how the colors behave with each other when I remove the line work. I don't know how often I've done it on stream, but I'll do it on my own off stream just to kind of see if it all goes together or not. So it's feeling like it's going together. It's feeling like it is. Alright, let's see. So we need hair. Let's see. Make sure I got all these corners. Not trying to lose a pixel on them. I think I'm good. Where is this thing? I think it's this one. Sorry, I changed the stations here. Can only handle too much EDM. Put the highlight right there. I think he's got black hair. No, he's got like brown hair. Okay. Is that different? Whoops. Let's do this. Let's find a lighter tone of this one. Warmer tone of this one. Now let's see. I don't think it's that bad. But even when I say I'm gonna get all these pixels, I don't get them all. Double check. We need his teeth. Then you're gonna pop off and head to bed. Yeah, no worries, man. It was great chatting with you. You have a good night. Take care. I'll see you in the next video, next stream. Caden says he found Power Rangers he did a really long time ago. That was based on house pets. That's pretty cool. I actually had a series with characters for ones that were based off of Greek deities. I always thought about doing one for like all the main like mythology stuff, like Egypt, Rome. Although, I guess Rome and Greece would be very similar. Yeah. Alright, cool. And then I think I just need some sort of a gray. Something that hopefully doesn't match too closely to the skin. There we go. I think this, like a cool gray, definitely works. But yeah. Let's see. And I think while I've got it, yeah, I think they kind of go together. Yeah, it is kind of, I guess it is kind of getting late. Let's just drop a quick background color behind this. I'll probably finish them off stream, probably in the morning. But let's get an idea of what he might look like. Kind of dig a green background with all that red. And go like a tealish green. It's one of my favorite greens. I think something like that, maybe. That's cool. You made a Greek mythology-based team called Power Rangers Mythic Pantheon. That's so cool. And for a little spice, my Gold Ranger is based on Sun Wukong. Oh, that's pretty dope. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it was funny because I was a big Poseidon lover, and you know, there's Percy Jackson and all that, and so I made Poseidon, the Blue Ranger, my leader, which is weird, I guess. And then my Gold Ranger was Zeus, but he was the Sixth Ranger. So I try to do it a little bit differently with that. But yeah. So I really love the way this design turned out. Like I'm really satisfied with the composition of this. But it is getting late, so I think I am going to end it here. And I'd like to thank all of you guys that were able to stay on as long as you did. I'd like to thank those that were in here, popped in, popped out, but got to chat with us. I really appreciate you guys. Really means the world to me. So I'll see you all in the next stream. You'll definitely see a posting of this finished sometime in the near future. And of course, I still got to make sure that I put my Gib Doodles Josh finished drawing up in like a post as well. And then I'll probably have you guys end up voting on a poll or something about which revenge attack was your favorite. So yeah, so that's it for me. You guys take care of yourselves. Have a good one, and good night.